What's up, Tipsy Polock listeners? This week on the Tipsy Polock, my wife joins us. That's right. And we talk about juicing. We talk about how weird I am to my wife. We talk about chores. We talk about whose mom is more annoying, mine or hers. And I think you already know who I think is more annoying. And we also talk about one thing that my wife wants to do more of. And if you want to know what that one thing is, stay tuned. Well, hello there. Warm salutations and greetings from the bottom of the barrel. This is the Tipsy Polock, a weekly podcast where I, Nate Wazinski, hang out, have a beer, and chit-chat with people in my life. If you have any sort of education or you care about self-respect or how people view you, don't tell anyone that you listen to this podcast. However, if you would like to be a part of the conversation, here's what you gotta do. You gotta like us on social media, all the social media platforms, Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Want advice on how to be a good mom to your stupid kid? Maybe you want to rant about how stupid those shitbirds on The View are? Or something you feel strongly about? Women's rights, gun control, comedy, movies, whatever it is, send us an email at thetipsypolock@gmail.com and we just may read it and attempt to help you out right here on the podcast. Once again, that's thetipsypolock@gmail.com. So one more time, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, send us your questions and opinions to thetipsypolock@gmail.com. And of course, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Google Play Store, Stitcher, wherever podcasts can be harvested for their organs. So without further ado, you are now listening to the Tipsy Polock. You can be our audio technician. How about that?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
You get to be our audio tech, babe.
You will fire me after day one. You'll be like, what
Nonsense, poopy
did you
pants.
just do?
No. So we're here, and that's... I don't know why people say that. That's such a stupid statement. We're here. Of course you're here. Where else are you? So we're there. Hey, everyone. So we're there.
Wherever here is, there you are.
Right. Obviously. That's so you don't need to say it, right?
Right.
So here we are in this moment in time.
In our guest bedroom.
In our guest bedroom, we're both naked.
Okay.
We're doing this podcast completely naked.
Yeah, and we're thinking about actually videoing it next time for everybody.
I'm slathered in butter.
Gross.
Like, of course.
You can't hold the mic because it's slipping out of your hand.
This is a horrible idea. I thought this would be a lot sexier than this.
Oh, gross.
Oh, man. So, you just listened to the last podcast.
Yes.
What'd you think?
Well, let's just say I'm here with you tonight.
Oh, are you my my chaperone?
I'm your Jarvis.
You're my Jarvis. That's right. I need a Jarvis. I need a
Yes.
co-host.
Yes, that's why I'm here.
I understand that. I appreciate that. Yeah. So you think I need a babysitter, kind of?
I mean, not a babysitter, just kind of somebody who can kind of keep you on track. Well, that was just, your last one was just a rant. An hour-long rant.
Well, yeah. What else is it going to be?
I mean, it could have been, happy thoughts and positivity.
Honey, we've been married for about 15 years.
About.
You know that, in the recesses of my mind, there are no happy thoughts.
No, I
It's
don't believe
anger.
that.
It's
Nope.
anger and desperation, and then and insecurity, and then also hunger.
Okay. Which you talked a little bit about
Like,
in your last podcast.
yeah.
You're starving because you're fasting intermittently.
Everybody says stay hungry. I don't get that.
You don't?
No,
It's
because
not literal.
it makes me mad. Being hungry frustrates me.
It's not
If
literal.
I'm hungry, everyone around me doesn't like me.
Okay, that's called hangry,
Right.
but that's not what the.
Have you ever been
that's not what
hungry?
it
It's
means.
horrible.
It has nothing to do with hunger. You don't take that phrase literally.
Why not? It's stay hungry.
Is that how you take it?
How else are you going to take it?
It's like keep that goal in front of you and keep pushing
What?
for it.
What goal? What are you
Whatever
talking about?
goal.
Dinner?
Whatever goal you have.
What
You
if that's
know?
my goal is like
Well, if
is a
that's
meal? I just want a meal.
then you can be nice about being hungry for,
I know, but
something.
okay, so like naturally I think I'm a nice guy. Like whenever we go to places, like I like to make people smile. I like to make them laugh.
Right.
I bring joy. I'm kind of like your everyday Santa Claus, but except for gifts, I bring happiness and laughter. And
It's good for your soul.
it's good for your soul. But if I'm hungry and I go into the public, it's a shit show.
No.
No?
No.
What do you
Well,
mean?
maybe I've
I'm
never
frustrated.
seen you.
I'm frustrated. I don't tolerate people.
I honestly think you're fine when you're hungry. I think you're not okay in the mornings.
What do you mean I'm not
You
okay
are
in the
not a
mornings?
morning person.
How would you know? You haven't seen a morning since 88.
You're not a morning person.
You sleep until noon every day.
Oh, I wish.
How do you know?
I wish. How do I know you're not a morning person?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're crabby.
What do you mean I'm crabby?
You are so moody in the morning.
Oh, how so?
You pick fights.
You know
like
why?
nobody's business in the morning.
You know why?
No, I do not.
Because I hadn't eaten for like 10 hours.
Everything revolves
It
around
goes
food.
back to, it goes back
Okay.
to, I'm telling you.
Stay hungry.
Yeah. You can't stay hungry. If you want to be a decent person for society, eat a meal.
You got to stay full.
Yeah, be full. Be full. That's what it should be. Not stay hungry. Be full.
Be content.
Be content. Yes.
Is that what be full
Yes.
means? Or stay full?
Stay full.
Okay. Well, maybe, you might want to start something there then. I don't know.
Okay. Hashtag be full.
Stay full.
Stay full.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what I'm trying to brand here. It's just off the rails.
That's actually kind of funny. Stay full. That would be a really funny hashtag on a shirt for you.
Stay full.
Uh-huh.
For me. Why did you specify that? Love. Love of my life.
Just your robust size.
Robust?
Robust? Is that the wrong word?
Robust?
Robust.
Yeah, no K. It's a T.
Robust.
Yeah. That's okay.
What's robust? Smelling?
Nothing.
Oh, I was.
That's not a word.
Okay, well,
It's
there you go. I have
robust.
had it wrong all these years.
I thought robust was like, what does robust mean?
Like potent, strong.
Because of my strong size?
Your strong size. Your big.
That's an odd way to put it.
Your big size.
My big size. Okay.
Well, flavorful.
Okay. Well.
Full of something.
All right. Well, let's get this podcast started.
Okay.
What's going on, babe?
Not much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's life? Why are you shaking your head at me?
I don't know. No, there's not much going on. Just job, work.
How's work going?
Great.
Okay. Well,
It's going fine.
yeah.
Yeah. I like my job.
Well, no, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good because we moved cities for it.
True. Yeah.
Yep. I gave up my job
Yeah, you did.
and here we are.
And
I started a podcast.
see? Well, you started it over there.
I had to.
You started it over there.
Yeah. I felt like I had to start a podcast.
Why is that?
A couple different reasons. I think for me, like starting a podcast was like, of course, like I'm always like writing jokes or like trying to be funny or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like behind all that is like this, I don't know, like I have this constant frustration / annoyance at just things in general. And I don't think it's appropriate for me to continually voice it. So I think if I just start a podcast and I can like verbally shit into a microphone
For everybody to
for
hear.
everyone on in whoever downloads it or cares, and then I just get it off my chest and it kind of feels a little bit better.
Were you unhappy before you had the podcast?
No, I wasn't. No, not at all. Like I love my life. I love our life, but I still feel like there's an element of me that you don't understand.
Probably.
You know, you just like
believe
look
that.
at me like this guy's weird. Or I don't know.
I just accept you for who you are.
I appreciate that. I accept you too, honey. But like just so many weird things, and I know like I don't think conventionally.
Right.
So it's like if I just sat down and voiced all these things to you, then it would just probably freak you out. So instead, I put it on the internet for everyone in the world to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
Makes perfect sense.
it's a little bit better. What's something that's annoying you right now? Not like currently in this moment, but like what's something in life that annoys you?
Oh, easy. Procrastination. Annoys me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know this to be true. You have been on the other end of my emotions.
Okay, but what does that have to do with procrastination? Like, what about procrastination? Like, why would you procrastinate if it annoys you?
I don't procrastinate. I don't feel like I do. Do you feel like I do?
I feel like you procrastinate in some areas. Yeah, like getting out of bed. You procrastinate. Like you do not get out of bed.
No, it physically hurts me to get out of bed.
Oh, shut up.
It is true.
That is the most retarded thing I ever heard in my life. It hurts me to get out of bed.
It hurts my back.
When I get out of bed, I can run a marathon.
I can't run a marathon.
I can do push-ups. I can do the Ironman. I can do a triathlon.
I can't do any of
Just
those
getting
things.
out of bed. That's another story altogether.
I can't do any of those things, first of all, because here's the deal. If I had a healthy body, my back was healthy, like completely healthy, normal, I would be running marathons.
I bet you would.
I would be doing all those things that you said. Well, maybe not all those things, but I would be doing more than I do now, for sure.
I bet you God gave you that thing in your back so you would just stay with me.
That thorn in my side.
Yeah. Your degenerative disc disorder or whatever.
Disease is what it's called, but I try to fake it a little bit, like I don't have anything wrong with me.
Oh, I thought you meant like I try and fake it a little bit, like I actually got something wrong with me.
No, like I try to hide it as best as possible.
Okay, so procrastination. Give me an example. So, what is there an example of something that I do that?
Yes. So at our house, as you know, we share in the laundry responsibilities. And
yeah, we share.
We share.
Well, hold on. Let me talk a little bit about sharing the laundry responsibilities.
Okay.
So sharing the laundry responsibilities is thus. Kathy throws the clothes in the washer, then transfers them to the dryer, and then throws them on the bed where I fold, separate, and put away all 4 members of our family, all of our clothes. That's my responsibility. So yeah, I guess we do share.
Here's the truth, though. They wouldn't get washed if I didn't do my part.
No, they would get washed by me, but
then you would shrink everything.
Yeah.
Or
okay.
the whites would be black. I mean, we'd have a lot of issues.
Granted, yeah.
So, there has to be, I have to be in there making sure that the laundry stays caught up and, all of those things.
Uh-huh.
And then you get to fold them and put them away.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Okay, proceed. We share in the laundry responsibilities.
Yes. And you have not been doing your portion.
Okay.
So there must have been like 6 piles of clothes sitting on the bed.
Right. Have I been, so are they there now?
No, you did them today.
Okay, but when was my deadline?
We didn't discuss that.
Oh, okay. So it's not really procrastinating.
Oh, no, you know how I feel about it because we've been talking about it for 2 weeks and you've been saying I'm going to do it tomorrow for 2 weeks.
Tomorrow, you know me. I'm like,
If
I'm
tomorrow never comes.
Okay, don't ever do that again. But if you do, just know that the word tomorrow to me is symbolic.
Okay.
It is. It's not a time. It's not a destination in linear time. It's more of a symbol. I'll do it later.
It's like a
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
But then the clothes that I, took out of the dryer then are all wrinkled.
But they're not.
I mean, I try to sprawl them out on the bed, but anyways,
Sprawl them out on the bed.
That really bugs me. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just putting things off when you had the time to do it.
Right. Kind of like if you just a hypothetical, right? So if we had if you did like a sleepover with one of our kids, just hypothetical, right? And one of our kids had like a cubby in his bedroom. and you guys stayed the night there, right? And you got out the sleeping bags and like the mats and you stayed the night there and you woke up the next day and like didn't put your shit away for like a week. Is that the kind of thing that annoys you?
No.
Oh, why doesn't that annoy you?
Because it's in his cubby, it's put away. It's not there for me to see it. The cubby is off to the side, put away. Like I don't see it. So that doesn't bother me as much.
Well, what about the clothes? The clothes is in our spare bedroom.
I know, but
away from you can't see them.
It's in my spare bedroom /office/ your sound room. So I'm in here all the time.
So what you're saying is I need to take those clothes and throw them in his cubby. Until I'm ready to fold them.
I mean, you could, but
on top of the sleeping bags, and
we wouldn't have any clothes to wear the next day. So what would we do?
Yeah, I don't know. How's juicing going?
It's going good. I love it.
Yeah.
I've always loved it. I don't know why I ever stop or get out of the habit of doing it.
Yeah.
But that's the one, we've tried a lot of different ways to eat.
Uh-huh.
We've tried ketosis or keto.
Yeah. That was good.
I hated it. I probably
it was terrible.
I gained 10 pounds.
Did you really?
I did.
Whoa.
Yeah. You're supposed to lose weight and I gained weight. I think I had too many carbs.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have
Apparently
you're not supposed to have a plate of pasta.
You can't.
Every
You'll
2
gain
nights.
10 pounds and
on keto.
Yeah, you just get fatter than you were before you started it.
That's where I lost most of my weight on keto.
Yeah, but then, where do you go from there? You just never have carbs again?
I think to heaven, because your cholesterol's so high, you just you lose weight and then die of a heart attack in your sleep.
I think it's supposed to balance all of that out. Everything.
I don't know. I just know that like when my friend came over to visit us who was doing keto and he was losing weight, he ate a fucking block of cheese at the farmer's market.
Right, he did.
So that can't be good. Like I'm watching this shit go down and I'm just staring at it like I would watch a horror flick, And I don't think that's right. I don't think you should be able to do that. You can't eat a block of cheese and lose weight. That ain't cool. Yeah. And if you are losing weight, it's because some shit's going wrong inside. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but like some shit's closing up.
It just doesn't seem
Blood's
right.
not getting to the brain or.
And I think when you do that, like you have to eat really particular. Like I think dairy should like not be okay. Like there are certain things that just should not be part of that diet because it's fatty, right?
Right.
Not exactly. I just basically saying that, you know, the whole thing with ketosis and keto diet is that you really can't eat a lot of dairy or no carbs. There's just a lot of no's, you know, and yes, the food does taste good because it's high in fat. Mm-hmm. So you're eating, you know, a lot of, like, I love salami.
Yeah, you do.
That's totally okay. And bacon and all that's totally okay in this diet, and that can't be okay.
Well,
That's
I can kind of see. I can see if you were like, if you had a very high active lifestyle, I could see, because you need a form of energy, right? And obviously, contrary to what some people think, I'm not a doctor. Okay.
Okay.
But I would assume that you need some source of energy, right? Whether it's carbohydrates or whether it's fats or whether it's proteins. Mm-hmm. And if you have like a very active lifestyle, I would think that animal fat would be super good for a form of energy, because it just makes sense to me. Like that's what they would do a long time ago,
because they're
when they didn't
active.
have grocery stores, right? Because they were like hunting on the mountainside. They would just kill an animal and, you know, eat it over the fire. They would
they didn't have cars. They walked everywhere.
Right. They walked everywhere. They scaled cliffs and mountains and pillaged and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I don't freaking know.
But back to your question, juicing has by far been my favorite way of eating.
Like
healthy.
Steroids, juicing.
I don't know. Never done steroids, so
come on.
But yeah, juicing's going good.
That's good. So
I feel better.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I really like juicing, supplementing 2 meals a day with juices. And the thing that's cool is like you get so many vitamins. Mm-hmm. I love that.
I have more energy.
Yep, I feel a lot more energized. But okay, so switching gears.
Yeah.
You work in the what would you call it? Fashion industry, or I don't know what you would call it.
Cosmetic industry.
Cosmetic industry. Okay, but I'm not. I'm a guy, right? Typical guy. So I don't know the names of that stuff. And you're high up in the corporate, you know, world. Something that I've always wondered was like, bring it back to the basics. What is beauty? What is beauty?
Well, beauty's on obviously the inside, really. I mean, it's on the outside
yeah,
too.
But you don't sell makeup for the inside, you know?
Right. But beauty, you can.
Like people don't watch like shows for people's insides.
Right, but beauty is whatever you see beauty in, really.
Okay, so what is beauty? What is that thing?
It's. Did your nose just whistle? Oh.
No.
I mean, like, I don't know the definition of beauty, if that's what you're asking me.
No, I know. No, we could probably look up the definition of beauty, but like in the cosmetic world, what is beauty? Like, what is the goal?
Yeah. We're just trying to enhance.
Oh, okay.
Your already beautiful self.
Okay, so someone's super beautiful and you're making them super duper beautiful.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's cool. And how you do that is you just put some red on their lips.
I mean, red doesn't look good on everybody, but
Oh, okay. Like if I was to have some makeup on me, what would you put on me to make me more beautiful, to make me super duper beautiful?
I don't know, Nate. Maybe you have big lips, so I would probably put something like red lipstick on your lips. But you can't put bold colors on every single person. If you have small lips, it draws attention. The bold colors draw attention to that thing, whatever it is.
Right.
Your eyes or your lips or whatever. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a crazy run-in with a customer?
Yeah, I had a customer throw a brush at me once.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
How the heck did that happen?
She was trying to return it after, I don't know, over a year of having it. It was breaking and falling apart and never been cleaned. And I told her, we at the time we couldn't take anything more than 30 days return policy. And so
it had been a year?
Yeah. So I couldn't take it back and she threw it at me. That was fun.
Really? What'd you do? Did you hop over the counter and bust her in the mouth?
No, I said, thank you. And she walked out. So she threw it, walked out.
I wish I could reply like that to like all my interactions with the public. Like just anything.
Thank you.
Sir, you can't park your car here. Thank you. Just keep going. Sir, you're not supposed to pee here. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Sir, that's my dog. Thank you.
You just stole the neighbor's dog.
Yeah. Neighbors.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't just hop the fence and get it back. So let me borrow a dick.
Or opened the gate.
Okay. I just always think in terms of like middle school.
Hopping the fence.
You
have a hopping the fence story.
I have a couple. Which, like, what are you thinking of?
I was thinking of the one I think you actually talked about this one once.
Why don't you tell
the
it?
hot tub one or the swimming pool one or whatever it was?
Yep.
With the cops coming. Didn't you talk about that one
Yeah,
once?
that's on a different episode.
Yeah.
But basically the short story is I was skinny dipping in a hot tub. Someone flashed a light on my eyes. Someone else yelled, "Cops!" I stood up on top of the water and started running like they do in Scooby-Doo, like a million miles an hour before you go anywhere, and then took off across my friend's lawn, jumped a fence, and ran home naked. It was like a mile and a half.
So can I say something?
Yep.
You told that story, but you left out the naked part.
Oh, I did?
You did.
No,
you did. You left out the naked part.
I did.
I don't remember hearing you say that. I was like, dang it, he didn't tell them that he
well,
liked being naked.
Well, why would I say that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you were telling the story, and that's part of the story. That's what makes it funny.
Maybe it's because like the people who listen to the Tipsy Polock, like they've seen me on Instagram maybe, or they know me personally, and they don't want to picture that.
Okay,
They don't want to see that. They don't want to like be listening to this podcast like at work and then picturing like, have you ever seen a shirtless big guy run?
Yes.
It's kind of gross.
Yes.
Like when he's going down, his boobs are still like up in the air. And when he goes back up, so like I don't want to give the people that image of me.
I understand.
Like,
But that was the funniest part because people don't normally feel comfortable just being like naked at a party full of people. I mean, I never went to a party where anybody was naked.
I mean, when you're swinging a hammer like mine.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. What?
Anyways.
Hey, you brought it up, okay?
All right.
If you want to talk about it, I'll talk about anything.
Okay.
What's one thing, honey, that you wish that we did more of? I know that sounds like a setup for like I'm asking you that like in hopes that you'll say sex, but I'm not. Like what's anything? I mean, it can be sex, but what's one thing you wish or you want to do more of?
Probably just spending more time together talking.
Oh, that's sweet. I think we spend a lot of time together too.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I would love to spend more time.
Well, like on your work nights, we really don't. So,
right.
It doesn't feel like it. Not. I mean, apart from the kids.
Yeah, I think that's so important too. Obviously, to like spend time
to actually have a relationship with your spouse.
Yeah. I mean, think about it though. Like we say that and we joke about it, but how many people that we know don't have a relationship with their spouse?
I don't know.
Like a legit relationship with their spouse. Like, I think you and I, like, when we get together and we talk, like, it's usually pretty good and deep conversation. Like, I want to know, I still want to know about you. You know what I mean? Like, I want to understand how you think and like where you're coming from, and like even things that we might not agree on. Like, I want to understand you as a person, you know? And I think there are a lot of couples out there who get to a point where they're done learning about their significant other. I think
you go through ups and downs with that. I don't mean you. I mean just couples in general. Like where sometimes you spend...
Better not be talking about me.
Sometimes you spend we spend the time like really putting effort into our marriage, and then there's times where you can hardly stand each other.
Well, sure, of course.
Totally normal.
Yeah, I think that's normal, but I think the difference is, like, at the end of the day, if you asked me in those times where, like, I can't stand your ass, like, if at any point in time during those moments you were like, would you like to go get a coffee? I'd be like, yeah. You know, like, let's go. What I see a lot of times is couples who have been together forever don't have a relationship. And it's weird to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know, like, why not? Like, why? I mean, you're already there. You're already together. Why not have a relationship?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the circumstances or whether one person's standoffish and the other isn't, you know, like people have their own reasons for all of that, I think. But I don't know, maybe they don't have any laughter in their marriage. You know, maybe they don't really enjoy each other.
Yeah.
And their company, you know? They've grown apart or something. I don't know.
I don't know if I buy that people grow apart.
Sure. I believe that people can.
Like, what does that mean?
You change values. Like, things aren't important to you anymore that used to be important to you, or just different phases in your lives that one person might enjoy more than the other, or whatever.
Okay, but
so you grow, like, things change. I'm not the same, you know, at my age now as I was in my 20s.
Right. Okay. So did we grow apart?
No.
Okay. So I've changed too, and a lot, and some, a lot.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Yeah, and we're still together. We didn't grow apart. Like, so I don't know if I necessarily buy that. I think that's an excuse. So many times, oh, we just grew apart. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
I think people can. I do.
I think people can cause like, there can be a distance in their relationship or whatever, but all you need to do is go back.
Well, at the end of the day, like, choosing that relationship is exactly that. It's a choice. Like, so loving that person, whether you like them or not, or whether you're growing apart or not, is still a choice.
Right.
And I think that you can get back to that place again. We've done it. I feel. You can get back to that place that you had before, but it's better because you've also gone through some shit
together
to get there. Together, you've gone through that together to get there. So, I mean, together to get there.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So people just, I think, they decide, oh, it doesn't feel good. I don't feel. You know, it's all about how they feel. So they decide that they're not going to be together anymore.
I'm so sick and goddamn tired of people living life according to their feelings.
Everybody does.
I'm so sick of it.
Well, I mean...
Sick of it.
Yes. I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody, it's like, I don't feel like doing that, so I'm just not going to... It's like, what about discipline? What about, like... Oh, man.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
You think you're going to wake up. There's no... Okay. Have you ever... like most of the time I can't even stand myself, right? And I'm me.
Yeah.
So how can I expect someone else to wake up every morning and be emphatically, emotionally in love with me?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's so dumb. I don't even do that with me. Like most of the time I can't stand myself.
I like myself.
Well, I like myself, but I can't, there's times where I don't love myself.
Well, sure.
Just sitting there with fistfuls of cake, crying in the corner. I got to get this all down before Kathy gets home. But you know what I'm saying? Like there are times where you don't like yourself and I don't like you. Nobody likes themselves 100% of the time, but yet you're holding the standard to where like you have to feel that love for someone else 100% of the time or it's not working out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It
man.
is. And people have like a skewed idea of love, like what love really is.
Right. Because there's been times like how many times have you gone to bed and you just think to yourself,
I hope he doesn't wake up in the morning.
or like if I had a fucking hammer.
Oh, I would never.
Like a claw
I
hammer.
would never, honey. I would never.
A knife maybe.
No, but yeah, no,
like a pillow. I just wake up. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, that hurt.
Honey, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, how many times have we absolutely hated each other?
Yeah. I mean, not a ton of times, but we've gone through those seasons for sure where
there's been a couple times where I'm like, if she got hit by a fucking bus today, but like
wow,
like you said,
the truth comes out.
Oh, shut up. You told me
I wish you would die in a tornado.
That's specific.
It's very specific, but what's even more specific is that there aren't tornadoes here. So
yeah, no, there is.
You're never gonna die.
There was a tornado touchdown this summer.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I think it was Tacoma.
Okay, we aren't in Tacoma.
There was also one here.
Okay.
Yeah. Washington, I'm saying. Yeah, there's tornadoes here, babe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the kind that will pick you up and kill you.
Yes.
Okay, well then I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But anyway, I just, love is that decision, and I don't understand when people even think that it's going to be like this emotional high for 100% of the time. It's so weird,
But you know what I appreciate about marriage? Is that you always have a friend.
Sure. Right, yeah.
Like, you are my best friend.
Oh, you're my best friend too, babe.
And you know things about me that nobody else knows.
Darn right. I know where you hide them bodies.
And that's comforting in knowing that I get to talk to you every day and spend time with you every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that too. That's my favorite thing too. Like you get to go to bed with your best friend and stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
if I got a question, if I was doing some like Walter White Breaking Bad shit,
okay,
would you
have your back?
Would you have my back?
Yeah, I would have your back.
You would?
I would probably do it very similar to the way she did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you'd be pissed?
Oh yeah. But then it's like, but I'm like loyal to you. I don't know if I would. That's tough because if I think about it, like ethically, I'm like, nope, I can't. But then I would try to convince you to turn yourself in. That's what I would do. You
would?
Yeah.
Would you divorce me?
You know I would.
You would divorce me?
No. You know I would try to convince.
Oh. You know I would.
Sorry, I was.
Damn, babe, you just. My mind wasn't even. That was quick.
My mind was still.
That was a little too quick.
My mind was still on the last question. So.
Okay, let's say I had 10 years in prison. Would you divorce me?
No. What were you in prison for?
I don't know, like a drug-related charge.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Let's say I was in prison for assault.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, what would it take?
For me to divorce you?
Uh-huh.
You to cheat on me. One time.
Well, I'm in prison. That might happen.
Oh my God.
No.
But if it's with a guy, does that count?
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, that's what it would take.
Just once?
Just once.
Just once and it's over.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. This isn't going to be an easy thing for me to say.
Gosh.
There was this guy, Rodney. Yeah, I think that's like my deal breaker too. Just once.
Mm-hmm. See, you understand then.
Yeah,
Okay.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Why?
She made me do it, honey. She made me.
She made me. She threw it at me. I didn't know what to do with it. I just put it on. This is horrible. It's where these bruises came from. She was horrible.
She was horrible.
She hit me and stuff. Okay, so what if... Okay, here's a question. So if that's the deal breaker, what if I came home one night just bawling and I was like came clean to you right there? I was like, I cheated on you.
I mean, I don't know. I would have to.
Oh, jeez. It's game over.
For you? If I came home crying and
Yes,
I cheated on you and I need to come clean, you would just be like, peace out?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that I would.
Yeah, you would.
I don't know that I would. I mean, I just got done saying one time and done, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it would be really hard, though, not to. It would be really hard not to walk away, you know?
I think you're the kind of person that's strong enough to be able to endure something like that. But I don't think I'm that strong.
Really?
Mm-mm. I would not be able, because even if I was like, made the decision that we're going to work through it, never. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't. You would just be like constantly, it'd be an issue constantly. I would never, ever hear the end of it. Yeah. I would probably just be like, yeah, you want to divorce me.
Yeah. It would have to be
because you would
something.
drive me crazy.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
Really? We got to talk about this again?
Oh, shit. Heartless.
Oh, babe.
Whose mother is worse, mine or yours? Whose mom's more... No, okay, not worse. Not worse.
That's not a fair question.
No, it's not. Whose mom's more annoying? I submit that it's yours.
I was going to say yours.
Okay, why? I think my mom's awesome. I think your mom's annoying.
I think my mom's annoying too.
No, you can't. Okay, that's not fun.
Well, I do. I think my mom's annoying too, but for different reasons. Maybe not different reasons from why you think. I don't want to say. She listens to this.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't?
Guaranteed.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she probably heard me say
what
fuck
else has she got to do?
one time and then was like, I am done. This guy is...
Not my mom, your mom.
Oh, my mom?
Your mom
Oh,
listens
my mom
to
listens
this.
to it, yeah.
Yes, I'm not
she's
going to
awesome.
say... I'm not going to say anything about your mom is my point. I know my mom doesn't listen.
That's so funny. I assumed you were talking about your mom.
No,
yeah,
I know
no,
my mom doesn't listen.
Your mom doesn't listen.
She has no idea you even have a podcast.
She doesn't know what a podcast is.
It's true.
Right. But why do you say my mom?
I don't want to say.
Just be general.
I mean, no, I can't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to disrespect your mom.
I can always don't disrespect her.
Well, I don't want to dishonor her like by saying anything bad about her.
Oh,
like, don't do that to me.
Okay, why is your mom annoying?
I don't want to talk about my mom either.
What the hell? Like, you got to give people some juice.
Oh, no. I don't want to. I don't want to. No.
Well, shit, you come up with some questions then.
I mean, I feel like with my mom, you know, there's just a lot going on there. That's a whole lot of stuff.
The one thing that annoys me about my mom is that I'll say something, like I'll tell her what I'm doing, and she like will suggest like a one-off of what I'm already doing. So for example, if I am juicing, right? I'll tell my mom, "Hey, I'm juicing, and I juice 1 sweet potato, 2 carrots, an apple, and like an inch of ginger root." And she'll say, "Why don't you just drink a V8?"
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of shit my mom
Yeah.
does. That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know why that annoys me about her too, but you know what? It's true. But what's funny about that is that, because she does that to me with everything.
yeah.
I don't
right.
care what it is.
"Oh, you could put flowers in it." Well, I bought it for orange juice, so you could put it in the front yard, put some dirt in it, then some flowers. It'll be cute. Like, no, Mom, I bought this fucking pitcher for orange juice. We need an orange juice pitcher. Well, there's just so many little crafty things you could do with it.
Right.
It's like, Mom, didn't you just have a stroke? Maybe you should just focus on getting better. Like,
Instead of trying to fix everything.
just rest your weary little brain. That's one thing that annoys me about my mom. Like, she'll walk through the house and like she'll go through every room. "Oh, you could do this in this room." Like, Mom, this isn't your house. Stop it. Just say you like it and go.
Totally. I'm with you 100% on that.
Another thing that annoys me about my mom, even though I think your mom's way fucking more annoying, like on the Richter scale, she's like a Japanese earthquake.
My mom?
Annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my mom, another thing she does is leaves right after dinner like some
Yep.
sort of barbarian.
Yep. That's another thing that annoys me about her too.
like
See, you already know. You already
like
know.
the whole kind of like everybody sits down to like when you invite friends over for a meal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or family. You're not inviting them over because you know they're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're inviting them over for
fellowship, to spend time with them.
yeah, like to
Mm-hmm.
get, to talk, to laugh, to be together. Like that's the purpose of sharing a meal, is to be together and sharing in discourse and in conversation and just having a good time. My mom comes over and we'll have a meal prepared, like a really nice meal. They will eat and fucking beat feet out the door.
Right.
And it's like, this isn't a soup kitchen. I'm
Yeah.
not here to feed you.
Right.
I want to spend time with you. And it was funny because like during Christmas, I addressed that with her. I was like, "Hey, I don't want you leaving right after dinner. I want you hanging out and
Yeah.
being with the family." She's like, "Well, your dad has to work like the next day." I'm like, "Well, what time?" "Like later in the evening." It's like, Mom, stop it. Like
Yeah.
you need to chill. But
Yep, I'm with you on that one. That
Yeah.
bugs me too.
it's really, really rude.
It is. Well, I don't know. Maybe she just doesn't like us.
Yeah, I thought that too.
You know,
And then
maybe at her friend's house,
yeah.
maybe at other people's houses, they stay because they enjoy the company. Maybe they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? I mean, I'm kind of aggressive.
You're not aggressive.
I'm kind of aggressive with
No.
conversation, aren't I?
No.
Or I can be.
No. If we're having a conversation about no, honey, that's ridiculous. If we're having a conversation where it's like a confrontational conversation, like it needs to happen, like something I don't know, just a confrontation.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you're a highly aggressive individual. Like you're a if you were a guy, you'd be an alpha male. But you're a woman, so you are what do they call you? A boss? Like a boss bitch?
I don't know.
Is that what they call?
I don't know what they
your
call
type?
me.
Like
Yeah.
a boss ass bitch,
I don't know.
I think.
I just don't understand like why people have to skirt around subjects that need to be talked about.
Talked about,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get it.
So,
I'm the same way. Like I understand that.
yeah. And
I mean, I'm not on the level you are.
what does that mean?
Like I think you run to those subjects sometimes.
Oh, like I'm looking for trouble?
Yeah, I think you feel safe in those areas. Like in confrontation sometimes. Like everything could be at peace. Everything could be at peace and like you'll be in, I don't know.
Like I need to talk about something?
No, like you just need to yell at me.
Oh, we're talking about you now.
Or just whatever.
You and I are different, but I'm talking about like your parents.
Okay.
Right now.
So like, yeah, those are the things that my mom does. But she's like, okay, so on the positive note, because I said some funny, annoying things about her. But I think my mom's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, my mom's really funny. So like, I don't think you listened to the podcast where I called her.
I didn't even know she was on your podcast.
Yeah, I called her.
Okay.
And she was coming up with, just funny little things. She was coming up with jobs she could do since she had her stroke, and only one of her, like her hand was shaking really bad.
Okay.
And so we were talking about like things that she could do.
Yeah.
Sign language interpreter.
Okay.
Sperm bank attendant.
Oh my God.
Things like that. Flight. What was it? The guys who direct air traffic controller.
Okay.
I think that's the ones that are out. Yeah.
With the big
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever they call those things.
Yeah. So she's really funny, and I like talking to her. I really like talking to her.
Yeah, that's good. She's your mom. That you should like talking to your mom.
Yeah.
I
I usually like talking to your mom too.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like talking to people in general.
Yeah. No,
But I think your mom's more annoying than my mom.
you're a relational person. Like I would say that you definitely like care about the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Having conversation.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I don't care about the relationship, I care about conversation.
Right.
That's really what I care about, because at the end of the day, if I walk out the door and never see them again, I don't care.
Right. Well,
But
you do, but it depends on
I
who it
really
is.
don't. I really don't. Yeah, it depends. Obviously, it depends
Yeah.
if I see my mom again. That's
Yeah.
one thing. But like if I meet someone and I have a really good conversation, I leave thinking, man, I hope I get to have another really good conversation with them. But if I never see them again, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to invite people over for dinner or whatever. Like, we never have people over for dinner.
I know.
And I think that's weird.
Because we used to do it all the time.
Yeah, but I also think that's, like, I like that better, is to not have people over.
Weird.
Like, I know everybody that I need to know. Like, I'm done.
You kind of your bucket gets full from conversation and spending time with people. Like, that's where your bucket gets full, right?
Yeah.
So it's weird to me that you don't want to have that, like people over all the time, because that's where you feel comfortable.
Because here's the deal. I think it might be an insecurity deal, but I like to go into other people's worlds. I don't like them in mine. I don't like when people come to my house.
Okay. That's weird.
I like to go to people's houses.
Okay. But we never go to people's houses when we get invited, so that doesn't make sense.
I know. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be at my house. But how about you stay at your house and I'll stay at my house,
and I'll call you.
Yeah, I'll
tomorrow.
I'll text you
Tomorrow, because I'm a procrastinator.
And tomorrow might be in a week. And I'm not going to call. I'll text. It's so
you know what?
fun.
Forget it. Let's just forget we ever
You know
met.
what? Fuck it. We're not friends. That's too funny. Yeah, no, I do. I care about the conversation, and I don't really care about the relationship. I mean, I care.
Weird.
Yeah, but there's only like a couple people outside of my family that I really care about. You know, Jarvis, Jimmy. The
end.
That's about it. It's like, I mean, no, there's more. Like there's people I would consider brothers that I don't know if I'll ever see again.
Really?
But I always consider them brothers.
Okay.
Dustin, Mike, Andy, Sean, Matt, like they're, if I see them again, it's like I will hug their necks and it's like old times. But if I never see them again, I'm cool with that too.
Okay.
Here's the deal. All I want out of life is I don't even need friends anymore. I just want to make people laugh and then get the hell out.
Okay, you want to be a comedian.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, obviously, that's why.
You want to be a stand-up comedian.
Okay. we we don't need to put my dreams on blast right here. Okay.
Well, that's what you just said based on your
Well, I'm just saying.
description of what you want to be.
Well, it doesn't
doing.
mean stand-up comedian. Like,
Well, that's what they do. They walk into a room of strangers, make them laugh, and then they walk out and they don't ever see them again.
Okay, a couple things. I also do that at the grocery store.
That's true. Well, you know, you got to
I do that wherever I go.
You got to
It's
practice.
not stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Because
You just
it's-
want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make people laugh. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I get it.
But back to that was a road from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, how's your mom annoying? I want to know that.
Oh gosh, I don't want to talk about my mom. I don't.
We talked
There's-
about my mom.
I mean, there's so many. It's kind of sensitive, you know. It's sensitive stuff with my mom. She doesn't treat me the same way she treats my sister, you know.
Oh, babe.
There's lots of there's a lot of stuff going on there, you know, that I don't really want to talk about. I'm just gonna push it down. Push it down.
Just deep. Bury it deep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and then it'll come out when you're yelling at your children.
Maybe next week.
Maybe when I'm sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I like when you feed my ego.
Okay.
So, what is some of the funny things that I do that you love?
Oh gosh.
Or like what's a funny thing that I have done? Or is there a story that you tell people when they ask about me?
Not specifically. I don't have a specific story.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I just like that you make me laugh all the time. And, you know, yeah, we're both very similar, strong, really strong personalities, I think. But I'm not funny and you are.
I think you're
So,
hilarious.
I mean, I don't think I'm funny.
Okay.
But you're hilarious to me. So when we drive down the road and we bicker, like the video that you did of us, that's like really how we are.
Yeah.
And no matter like how frustrated I get with you, like you just always make me laugh.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes me smile. And I think something that fills my bucket or like makes me feel fulfilled in life is when I get you to laugh.
Yeah.
It's like a drug to me.
So funny.
I do. I love it. I freaking love it. I would do the most embarrassing shit to make you laugh. Seriously.
Well, you know, don't embarrass me, but don't do anything that, you know, is going to embarrass me.
What are some things that I've done that make you laugh?
Oh, just things you say. Nothing specifically that you do, but just you're extremely witty, and in the moment you know, you can turn something and make it funny.
Uh-huh.
You know? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how you do it. But
if you buy my new ebook, it explains the 10 steps of being witty on the spot.
in the moment.
In the Moment by Nate Wazinski.
Um
Available on Amazon and audiobooks.
But your mom kind of has that side of her too. And
Easy.
yeah, and you're and I remember Rochelle had that side to her.
Yeah, before she died.
Right. So I mean it's just kind of runs in the family, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I think so does mental illness.
It's true. I think that does too.
You know, that kind of worries me. But if it makes people laugh, okay.
And you can be mentally ill.
Sure, that's fine. So you were talking to like one of your friends, or not one of your friends, but one of the girls that works for you saw our video and asked about this podcast.
Okay. Yes. She didn't ask about this podcast. She just said you're hilarious.
Okay, so she said I was hilarious.
And then another girl that works for me said, you guys should do more videos or something like to that effect.
Oh, okay. See, I had thought that someone said that they were going to listen to the podcast because you asked me for
Yeah, that was the other one.
the podcast. And I thought it was hilarious. I've thought this was hilarious. And I've been thinking about it. And every time I think about it, it makes me laugh.
What's that?
That she never got back with you after you gave her.
It's true.
Listening.
I didn't even think
so
about it.
she's like, oh my gosh, she's hilarious. Let me listen to the podcast. Then she goes, I could just imagine it. She like sits in her car. She thinks it's going to be just as funny as the video. Turns it on. She's like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
Just like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then just never, because, you know, if she found it funny, she would have come back and been like, I love that podcast.
Well, she might not have listened to it too.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
I mean, I didn't ask.
Right.
So
I wouldn't want you to.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
Hey, did you listen to the podcast? Yeah. It's
not so funny.
No, I don't think she would say that. She'd be, it's different, you know?
The generic answer for it sucked.
Yeah. You know, it's not what I expected. That perma smile on your face,
Right.
it's all scrunched up in
Right.
the middle, like,
Right.
it's different.
To each his own.
Yeah, like, it's for some people. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing.
Didn't your mom say that?
No. Well, my
in the
mom,
beginning or something when you first started?
my mom didn't understand what a podcast was.
Oh, well,
because
yeah.
she's
She
from
doesn't- She doesn't have a cell phone.
well, okay, and she's also from the era, like she was like one generation away from owning slaves, you know. So it's like,
Okay, can I just say I can come up with one thing about your mom that annoys me. Can I go back to that for a quick sec?
yeah, let's go back for sure, absolutely.
'Cause I
Mom, if you're
just-
listening, this is Kat.
And we love you, first of all. But it drives me crazy when she says, speaking of cell phones, I don't need one. We don't need one. And then turns around and asks us to text somebody else for her.
Anybody else, right?
Anybody. I don't need a phone. Will you get your phone out and send your sister a text for me?
Yeah,
No, I will not.
right.
Buy a freaking cell phone.
Right. Get a fucking cell phone. It's like, it's 2019. It's 2019. Okay. If you don't have a cell phone, I think they should penalize you on your taxes.
I mean, people don't have house phones. They have cell phones.
Right.
She's the opposite. I don't have a cell phone. I have a house phone.
Right.
Go ahead. Try to get a hold of me.
Yeah. If you don't have a cell phone in 2019, I don't even know.
As a grown person.
Like, what does that say about you? Yeah, you're an adult and you don't have a cell phone?
I don't get it.
And you're old. Like, you need a cell phone.
You need one. Yeah.
Who needs a cell phone more than an old person?
Right.
I even seen they have old person cell phones.
Do they?
The numbers are gigantic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like you can see without your
Okay.
glasses. Like they're
Okay.
Yep.
How big is it? Imagine it being a huge phone.
It's like the size of it's like
The size of an iPad.
they're all cross-eyed, just like staring at the one. You know what else annoys me? Whenever I see, and this is terrible. This is my thing. This isn't anything else. But when I see your mom texting on her cell phone with her fucking pointer finger.
Really?
Yeah, she'll hold the cell phone in the palm of her right hand.
Oh, and punch one at a time in.
And she'll punch the buttons one at a time.
I didn't know she did that. That's funny.
I
want to
smack the fucking cell phone right out of her hand onto the floor.
Okay. I've never paid attention that she
Oh,
did.
it drives me nuts. And not just your mom, but any old person that does that.
Okay.
Because I can, like, it's like there's a better way.
I
And
remember.
you refuse to learn it.
I remember when I first, because remember when I had the BlackBerry,
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I didn't.
We're dating ourselves now. Okay.
Yeah, but that's okay. I loved my BlackBerry and never wanted to give it up.
Right.
Like it was my favorite thing.
You like that QWERTY keyboard?
You had the iPad or the iPhone.
Okay.
Because it had like just came out.
Right.
And you wanted it and had it and you were like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And I'm like, I don't ever want to get rid of my BlackBerry. And like I had it forever. And when I first got the iPhone, it was so hard for me to learn how to text. I remember it being like, and now it's like you don't think about it.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
Yeah, but that's I think that's why it bothers me, because it just like gives me this. Okay, so when I see anybody texting like that with their first finger and all, like it's all super close to their face, like they can't see, like I automatically imagine them in front of a typewriter with glasses on the tip of their nose.
Yeah, like your mom.
And then they're typing with both of their pointer fingers staring at the typewriter, and it's like they never moved on and learned how to type like a human being.
Right. Well,
like they were just like, I don't need to learn anymore.
I kind of understand that feeling, because I remember I didn't want to give up my BlackBerry.
But you did.
I did, and
now how does it feel? How does it feel on the other side,
It's
honey?
fine, but now I have the 7, and where are we at in the iPad or the iPhone?
I don't know.
10s.
Yeah, I know, but the texting hasn't changed. The technology hasn't really changed. Like we haven't moved forward because there isn't anything to move forward for. Like
true, and I mean I don't have any problems with my phone, but I can understand the idea of wanting to stay with what you like.
Yeah,
and
but
old people, they're just, I mean, they're not comfortable with change. They're just not. They're not as comfortable, especially that generation.
I think that generation's spoiled as hell.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
What generation are they considered?
Baby boomers.
Your mom's a baby boomer.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know my mom is, but I didn't know your mom's older,
I think they're so spoiled.
Why?
What
makes you think that?
Because they grew up the generation after the Great Depression, right? And there was this great economic boom. Okay. They bought houses for like 40,
super cheap.
Yeah, 40 grand.
Yeah.
Then they paid them off. Then they bought like super cheap cars. Like you could be like, my grandpa was a janitor, raising 5 boys?
4
boys. My grandma didn't work. He owned his home.
Right.
Had 2 cars. He had a car and a truck.
Okay.
It's like, and
well, the dollar has changed. The value of the dollar has definitely changed.
Yeah,
There's
inflation
no doubt
and all
about
that. Like, yeah, and now we're paying like triple for homes, quadruple for homes that we.
And the dollar, there's
and
not enough compensation for it.
And the average, worker hasn't caught up to the inflated
prices, right?
Yeah, so it's like, they're spoiled. Like, I don't feel sorry for them. Screw them. Like,
but they
not screw them. I love the baby boomer generation, but
I think because of the Great Depression and what they
didn't go through the Great Depression.
I know, but their parents did, and their parents raised them to like eat everything on your plate, and like all these things, don't let anything go to waste, and all of these like lack of mindset. They were raised with this lack mindset,
right?
So they're super like, they're hoarders. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like they save everything.
Yeah.
Well, because they're coming off a generation off the cusp of a generation that didn't have anything. Yeah.
My point.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that,
but
that
they
has
never,
a lot to do with it.
I don't know. I just think they're spoiled, and then they whine and cry, and it's like, and then as a society, we make excuses like, oh, they're old. They're just set in their ways. They don't want to change. It's like, I think that's the dumbest shit ever.
Well, it's true. My mom has a cell phone.
I know. Like, well, you know what? You need to step up. You need to change. Like,
I just think your parents don't want to spend the money on a cell phone when they have family around them that can use theirs.
Yeah, that's freaking weird. That's really annoying too.
That's what I think. So, anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, what is okay, I will say your best quality is your I'm thinking, okay, so selfishly,
I'm scared.
selfishly, it just sounds so silly because like I love to talk to you. You know, so like you're just how easy you are to talk to.
That's my best quality?
For me, I think.
I thought you were going to say ass.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Hands down.
Okay.
But I wanted to like, you know, something that the listeners could grab. Yeah, like you're just so easy to talk to. Like I love talking to you. I'd rather talk to you than anybody else in the whole world.
Aww.
And let me see. And your worst quality is she's angry. She's very angry. No, I would say like you just don't let shit go sometimes.
Huh?
Like you don't let things go.
Explain.
Okay, so you know how sometimes things upset you or annoy you or frustrate you? You know those times? Yeah. and then take those times and then like string them out longer. Like you just don't let go.
Oh my gosh. You're killing me.
Okay, so what is my best and worst?
Wait, you don't even want me to
Oh, I'm sorry.
respond to? No, I guess I don't need to respond. I don't know why you see it that way.
Do you need to respond? Do you feel like you need to
justify myself a little bit? No, I mean, I think
I could say nagging, but like that's so like
yeah, because that's what you call it when I have to ask you. But here's the thing. To me, I feel like if you just, when you know something needs to be done.
I'm not talking about stuff that needs to be done. I'm just talking about like something that's bothering you.
Like what? What have I said that's what's bothering me that I just keep nagging you about?
Okay, first of all, I didn't say the word nagging.
Okay, well.
Just like you don't drop some. Okay, so, okay. This is a hypothetical because I can't think of a real scenario.
Okay.
So you'll say like, "Hey Nate, this letter needs to be mailed tomorrow." And I'll say, "Okay." And then like 20 minutes later on the same night, you'll be like, "You cannot forget to mail this letter."
Do you know why I do that?
And I'll say, "Okay." And then like 20 minutes after that, you'll be like, "Nate," you'll be frustrated.
You're exaggerating
no,
right
I'm
now.
not.
Yes,
You'll be
you
more
are.
frustrated and you'll say, "Why the fuck have you not mailed this letter tomorrow?"
Okay, you're stupid. You're dumb.
And I'll say, because I don't have a DeLorean and I can't travel back to the future.
That's ridiculous, first of all. A ridiculous example.
It's not.
It is. Because I will say things like, "Hey, Nate, this letter needs to be mailed tomorrow." Mm-hmm. And then right before bed, I might say, "Don't forget to mail the letter tomorrow." Right?
That's no.
And then the next day, I'll say, "Did you mail the letter?"
And I'll say, "I'm still laying in bed."
Well, don't forget to mail the letter.
Right. And then
That
10 minutes later
conversation-
after that, "Have you mailed the letter yet?"
That
No, I'm still brushing my teeth now. Like we're getting closer, but no, I haven't been there. I didn't know I was supposed to do that before I brush my teeth.
Do you want to know what it is?
Well, you need to. You procrastinate, Nate.
Exactly. And I don't think you hear me sometimes. And I don't think you also understand the importance of some things sometimes. Like in your head, it's on everything in your life is on your time frame. Whatever that is.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
I don't know what that time frame is in your head, so I am trying to stress to you when something needs to be done.
I live my life guided by the Holy Spirit. Okay?
Okay.
And when he moves upon my soul to do something, I do it.
Okay. And sometimes the Holy Spirit gives you a wife.
So and sometimes he gives me a wife? How many wives Sometimes he gives me a wife.
Yes, I am your wife.
Honey, I got another one. I know it's getting...
Sometimes he gives men wives.
She's Slavic.
How about
I'm
that?
not even attracted to her, but she's here again because sometimes the Holy Spirit gives me a wife.
In general,
Yeah.
you as in men.
Me as in men.
You
Okay.
men
Okay, we're
wives.
speaking in general. Okay, yeah, the Holy Spirit gives us wives. Okay.
You know, to remind you and to
Over and over and over again until we want to kill ourselves.
Well, just do it the first time and then nobody has to remind you again. I am in a habit of reminding because if I don't, you won't do it.
The amount of times I've wanted to take a knife out of the drawer and just fall on it in the kitchen.
My gosh. Really? It's that bad for you?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Just take a handful of pills and let all the problems go away.
And sometimes I want you to take a handful of pills.
That's wow. I'm glad the listeners get to hear this.
It's true.
I'm glad. Okay, so now my best and worst.
Your best quality?
Yeah.
That you're funny. I feel like we've already, figured
okay.
this out. You're
Okay.
funny. You make me laugh.
Okay.
So that to me is like,
But I think
you can, as long as you can laugh together, and you're still laughing together, I think you can work through anything.
right. I think also that being funny is also could be, or like witty, could also be like a bad quality too. Because like when we get into arguments or whatever, like I get mean.
You get totally mean when we get into real arguments. You can say some really mean things.
So okay, calm it down, because so can you. Okay.
But, that's where I'm also working on not taking it. I try not to take it too personal.
Okay, you're painting this picture that I'm like verbally abusive to you.
Only sometimes.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm going to be physically abusive. One of these days, I'm just going to have the
You're just gonna
balls. I'm
smack
going to
me?
have the balls to smack you.
You said that in your last podcast that you lined us up at Christmas and you gave us all a good smack.
I didn't say smack. I said punch.
You didn't include me in that. You said your kids.
No, my kids.
Yeah.
And I didn't say smack. I said punch.
Yeah,
I
you
hit
did.
them in the face.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Just got to do it once in a while.
But one of these days, I'm going to get the balls to just smack you right in the face.
Well, be prepared to be smacked back.
I've been smacked by you. It ain't
yeah.
shit.
Well, you know what?
What?
If you hit me hard, I'm going to hit you harder.
Okay, that's not... See, this is... Okay, if we can speak in generalities for a moment. Like, this is the misinformation that women walk around with. That... You guys heard it. Like, my wife said, if I hit her hard, she's going to hit me harder.
It's true. I will.
Do you understand how absurd that is? Do you know how much power I have?
You won't hit me as hard as you can. There's no way.
Kat.
You never would.
If I had the balls to hit you, I'm doing it with everything I got.
No, you're not. No,
Yes,
you
I
wouldn't.
am.
I don't believe you.
Why?
Prove it.
Why? Why would I not?
Because you just wouldn't. You wouldn't want to knock me out. Like, you could physically knock me out with one punch. And you wouldn't. I don't think you would really want to do that.
What would you do if, like, all of us, we were in an argument and then all of a sudden, like, you're
wake up off the arm on the floor?
You're waking up and I'm like cradling you in my arms, like, it's okay, just I'm so sorry, I just blacked out, I don't know what happened. And I'm just like,
You blacked out?
yeah.
Or I blacked out?
Oh, well, first I did and then you did.
Okay.
Immediately after. But no, what I imagine that's what it'd be like dating Or like being married to a UFC fighter.
Why? You think that they walk around hitting their wives?
No, the women. The women. I think like like a guy would wake up like on the kitchen floor. You know?
Uh-huh.
Like if you're married to like if you're just an average guy, you can't be married to like some pro fighter girl.
Oh, right. I mean, it happens, but
I know, but she would just beat the fuck out of you, and then you're just like waking up, and she's like, I'm sorry, I lost it. It's like, what the fuck happened? Your jaw's just throbbing.
yeah, I guess if she's abusive, then yeah, they'd be dealing with that, wouldn't they?
I mean, it wouldn't even be necessarily an abuse. Would you be labeled abusive if you got into one argument and like punched someone in the face?
No.
Yeah, I don't think that means you're abusive. I think, maybe you had
A bad night?
yeah. Like you just lost your shit one time.
Okay.
Does
that fly? I mean,
I think it would fly from girl to guy, like if a girl hit a guy.
Sorry, honey, I just lost my shit.
Yeah. But I don't think it would fly if a guy hits a girl one time, then he's labeled abusive.
Well, totally.
I think.
I think it's abusive either way.
Yeah, but guys can take a punch from a girl.
Okay, but I feel like if a girl wants to throw a punch, she should be prepared to get punched.
Do you? Because I feel like that's faux pas.
I personally think that's. I mean, not that a guy's gonna do that.
You can say that. I can't say that.
She should have that. She should be careful. Like, I don't know why, especially with this whole like women wanting to be treated the same and how it's unfair it is, and men get all the better paid jobs and like all this stuff. Like, okay, so you can't pick and choose where you want to be.
Yeah. The thing I find funny
equals.
the thing I find funny about that whole thing.
We're not equals.
Right.
We're really not. Like, I mean,
we're equal. As in value.
Well, totally. But what we can physically handle and do and all of those things aren't equal.
Right. Remember the time that I had you when you were trying to give me shit about chopping wood, and you lied to me and said I had to chop wood every whatever.
I didn't lie to you.
Yeah, you lied through your teeth. Remember that?
I didn't lie.
You did.
I didn't. I chopped wood. I think my sister did too. I'll have to ask her, but.
Oh yeah, ask her because I'm sure she's gonna be straight up with you.
I think we both did.
I'm sure I could just totally see you two girls out there just chopping wood.
Maybe we didn't chop the wood.
You know how fucking hard it is to chop wood?
We stacked the wood. How about that?
Oh, okay. I believe that. I believe you did it once, and that's it. I believe you didn't even do it the full time either.
What?
Yeah.
I am a hard-ass worker.
You're a hard-ass worker unless it comes to like physical stuff.
That's not true.
Because I seen your shit and you duck the fuck out.
What?
Yeah.
I am not afraid of a little activity.
Right. A little. But going back to what you were saying earlier about like the women doing the same thing as men and men doing the same thing as women. I think the whole thing that's ironic about that is like now all these dudes who are claiming to be women are going into the women's athletic fields and just dominating.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They
shouldn't be allowed to.
No, there's a MMA fighter. Last name is Fox. I can't remember what the first name is, but is biologically a dude.
Okay.
And he's just going in there beating the fuck.
Wow, that should not be okay.
All these chicks.
That is not okay.
I mean, there's so many differences. Like, just because you cut off your wiener doesn't mean you all of a sudden your left hook is less weak.
Right.
And then there's, you see track stars, transgender track stars, and transgender wrestlers.
Yeah, that's
who are on like hormone blockers and testosterone, and they're just dominating women's sports.
Yeah.
So it's like, even a man won Woman of the Year last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, women are so dumb that they're replacing themselves with men. It's like, you know what I mean, though? Like, they're taking all the accolades away from themselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny. I never thought about it like that.
It's like they're, like, in this whole plight to be equal, they're really tipping the scales in favor of men. Like, the women in this world aren't even good enough to win at their own sports. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Crazy. I had no idea that was really going on, that they would let them. It's weird. Why would they let them?
Even outside of sports, like Caitlyn Jenner winning Woman of the Year.
Yeah. Well, that was when she came out.
Well, she has a penis.
Yeah.
So
I know.
So it's like, you know, the Woman of the Year has a gigantic boner and won the decathlon for the men's
1973 Olympics.
Yeah. It's like, what the it's like world's upside down and shit.
Yeah. It's seriously a lot of confusion, for sure.
Yeah. What did you think of the State of the Union the other night?
I didn't listen to it.
To any of it?
I didn't. I was working.
Oh, okay. What time is it?
8:45.
How much time have we gone?
An hour and a half.
Okay. Well, I think we could wrap it up there.
Okay.
But I had a good time with you.
I always have a good time with you.
Oh, okay. You always got to one up me. Make it sound a little bit better. But that's okay. We'll have to do this again because I have fun with you doing this. And maybe people will like it.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of shit talk.
Yeah.
What?
I was kind and gracious.
Not
and
shit
loving.
talk, but like trying to figure out where we're going to go.
Oh, we were just talking.
We're just talking.
This is just what we do.
Just talking.
We don't have a plan or you know,
we're just
sit down and go for it.
Like the Lord intended.
Yeah. No plans.
So, if this is the first episode you've listened to, you're listening to the Tipsy Polock, and I am Nate, and this is my wife Kat, and I want you to follow the Tipsy Polock on Instagram. What else? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and if you could, I'm asking you nicely, okay? So this is one thing that you could do for us is if you enjoy this podcast, tell a friend about it. Just tell one person about it and tell them whether they can download it and that you know me. And if you want me to send nudes, I will do that. I'll send nudes to anybody who, you know, if they're on the fence about listening to this podcast, I'll send them some nudes. Maybe not full nudes, but I will definitely send you pictures of my boobs. Okay, enough of that. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Tipsy Polock. I'm Nate. That's where you say
I'm Kat.
And I will talk to you next week. Bye. Bye.
Bye.